What's keeping you from pursuing that thing you're passionate about? From taking a leap of faith and saying, you know what? I don't know how things will end or how this will work out, but at least I'll be able to say I gave it my best effort. I'm saying this to you as much as I'm saying it to myself. You have to stop wasting your life. People don't even realize how much greater of an impact they could be making in this world. They hear success stories about other people, but instead of becoming motivated, they begin to pity themselves. They don't think they'll ever be able to reach that level of success. They make excuses. But life is too short for excuses and procrastination. As a little Lego sensei once said, it was also technically Benjamin Franklin, but minor details. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. If even after hearing that, the urge to continue mindlessly scrolling is just too great, then you've come to the right place. Keep watching. I promise it'll be worth it. We're going to play a fun little game called This Is Why Your Excuses Are Invalid. Let's get started. Excuse number 1. I don't have any talents. First of all, you definitely do have talents. Everyone is talented at something. You just probably haven't found it yet. And second of all, talent isn't what's going to get you to be successful. It's hard work, and you have to be motivated. You can't just be motivated. You have to have discipline. It's all those things combined. It's not just talent alone. This isn't about luck. Excuse number 2 is I'm too old, and excuse number 3 is I'm too young. There's no age that you need to start. You're not too old, you're not too young. If your life isn't over, then you have plenty of time, and you should just start now, because there's no time like the present. Kids get told all the time, kids and teenagers, that they're too young to do something. People at different ages have different experiences, which means there's different audiences and different markets that you can feed into. People want to see people from all walks of life, with different experiences, different backgrounds, and different stories. So there's no certain age that you need to start. Excuse number 4. I don't have enough money. I'm going to be honest, I don't have much money that I'm working with for my YouTube channel, and I've already started. There's a lot of things that you don't really need a big budget for. You can buy used cameras, you can buy used equipment. You don't have to be rich. You can't reach the threshold of having money to buy bigger and better equipment until you start. Everyone has started from zero. Amazon, he was at his own house shipping from his own probably living room, bedroom. I don't know. The point is, you don't need money to start, and you shouldn't wait until you get money. Excuse number 5. I don't have a support system. While not having a support system does make things a lot harder, and it feels like you're alone and like there's no one you can talk to, it's not necessarily a reason to not start. There's a lot of things in life that we have to go through by ourselves, and if I'm being honest, you're never truly by yourself, because God is always with you and Jesus is always with you. But it is a time of growth, and sometimes the best thing we can do is actually be by ourselves. And eventually you will meet like-minded people and people that have the same vision as you and that can help you and support you on your way up. Okay, now we're moving on to excuse number 6. I'm scared to fail. First of all, if your excuse is that you're afraid to fail, everyone fails, but failure is how we grow. You won't know what doesn't work until it doesn't work. So by failing, you're just getting closer to that thing that does work, the method or the style that does work. No matter what you're doing, failure is how we grow. You need to fail sometimes, and nobody's not going to fail, so there's really no avoiding it. Excuse number 7, it's not the right time. When is the right time? There's no right time. Life just keeps moving and moving, and there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be things that come up in life. There's no right time. The right time is right now. Start now. There's not going to be a better time. It seems like there might be. It seems like you're busy now or there's other things going on, but you just have to start now. That's all you can do. The best thing you can do is start right now. Excuse number 8, I don't have enough time. Girl, bro, pal, whoever you are, nobody does. Nobody has enough time. But for the things that are important in your life and the things that you care about and the things you want to invest in, you make time. You set aside time in your day. Everyone says, I don't have time, but yes, you do. Look at your screen time. Look at how much time you spend on your phone, how much time you spend watching Netflix, and the time that you spend, like an hour watching a movie or 30 minutes watching a TV show. That's time you could have spent towards starting whatever it is you want to do, or reaching your goals, working towards your future. Excuse number 9. no one cares. Like, I feel like they're not gonna care about what I'm doing. No one's gonna be interested. That's something you might feel with a lot of different goals, whether it's starting a blog or social media, starting a clothing business. Like, you feel like nobody's gonna care, no one's gonna be interested, no one's going to buy your product. And when you first start something, honestly, that is true. People don't care because they don't have a reason to. They don't really know you, they don't really know much behind what you're about. But if you keep at it earnestly enough, eventually they will care. People aren't going to move into a house with a weak foundation and no walls. They need to know that there's something of quality there for them to invest in. So you have to build up that foundation first, build up trust. You have to show that you have work ethic, that you're consistent, and then people will start to care. You have to make them care, kind of. Excuse number 10. I don't have enough connections. Honestly, when we start out, who does have connections? I am doing YouTube right now. I don't have any connections. You'll make connections along the way. Connections will come. Just gotta trust God's timing, God's planning. He'll bring people into your life that need to be in your life in that season. Let's move on to excuse number 11. I am now in my backyard. I'm back home. So we're going to move on to excuse number 11, which is I'm not educated enough. There's so many things that you don't need like a typical education for. By that I mean like college, university. Obviously there's skills that you don't know. There's lots of skills I don't know about, like editing and videography and things like that. That's what we have the internet and YouTube University for. There's pretty much a video for everything, a tutorial for everything, a mini class that you can take online. So lack of education is not a great excuse because you have access to the entire internet at your fingertips. It's so hot outside. So if I'm perspiring, just ignore that. Excuse number 11, I'm too tired or I don't have the energy. This is kind of like the I don't have enough time. You put energy towards things that you care about and that are important to you. So do you not have the energy or you just not care that much about it? In which case you should probably do a little reevaluation maybe. Also, this is my dad's shirt, so shout out to him. My phone keeps turning off. Excuse number 13, I'm afraid of what others will think of me. This is your life. You can't live based around other people's opinions of you. They don't matter. What matters is what God thinks about you. So, fell down the step. You really can't live for other people. It just doesn't work. I know there are people pleasers. Please don't make being a people pleaser your entire personality. You're not going to be fulfilled by what other people think about you, what other people say. You miss out on a lot of opportunities if you go based off what you think is going to be embarrassing or other people's emotions. You can't control other people. You can't control their thoughts, and you shouldn't try to. Excuse numero 15. I don't know where to start. Well, drop a plan, write it down, go online, look at how other people started, watch YouTube videos on how to like start from the ground up, ground zero. There's lots of videos, there's lots of resources that you can find. I feel like there's bugs crawling on me, so I'm probably gonna move elsewhere shortly. But yeah, I'm squatting in my mom's garden. Not like in the garden, but very close. Excuse number 16, it's too risky. Honestly, you just have to take risks in life. Obviously, you should plan accordingly. Make sure you're not going to like run out of money and be on the streets homeless. You do need to plan and be realistic, but also set higher expectations and goals. But high risk, high reward is something a lot of people say. So you do have to take chances. My mom has her first little tomatoes sprouting. We're going to take a brief intermission. I don't know if you can see them. Why is it so blurry? But they're those little round green things. Oh, that's so exciting. We are going to do a rapid fire last few, and the lighting is really not great. Is that scary? Excuse number 17. I'm not creative enough. You are. You just have to think outside of the box. Don't try to do what everyone else is doing. Take from inspiration and build off of that. Gather all the things that you like and make it your own. Excuse number 17. I don't feel motivated. Motivation isn't what gets you ahead. You have to have discipline, and you have to have enough willpower to do the thing and to continue working towards your dream even on the days that you don't feel motivated. 19. I've tried it before and it didn't work. Did you try hard enough? You may be saying yes, but did you really? When things don't work, it's not an excuse to give up. Something my parents taught me was to never give up. When things don't work, now you're getting closer to learning what does work. Number 20. I don't have a solid plan yet. You need to plan, and planning is amazing. I'm a huge planner, but planning only gets you so far. Planning without action is just pencil or pen on paper. You have to actually live out that plan. I haven't perfected the skill. No one has perfected the skill. There's always room to grow, always room to improve, and there's always going to be someone that's better than you. So the more that you practice, the better you'll get, but you can't get that practice without starting. My camera just died, so I have to finish the rest on my iPhone, but there's only 3 left. 23 is I'll do it later. Will you? There's always things that you push off and you say, I'm going to do it later, I'm going to start tomorrow. There's infinite reasons why you're not going to do it now and why you're going to do it tomorrow, but you're not. Just start now. The hardest thing is starting. And from there, there's nowhere to go but up, because you're already starting at 0. You're starting at the bottom. 24. I can't do it by myself. You're actually not doing it by yourself, especially when you're going along with God's plan. He will be with you every step of the way. You're not alone, even if it feels like you are. And there's always people that you can find that have similar interests and that are going after the same things as you. So try to plug into those communities so that you can have more people surrounding you. Last but not least, number 25, I'm not the right kind of person. There's no one certain person for a career or to be in a space, to be in a kind of environment. There can be stereotypes and the typical person you would expect to see there, but they're not the blueprint. They're not the end-all be-all. There's over 8 billion people in this world. We can't all be the same. We can't all look the same and do the same things. So even if you feel like you're not the right kind of person for the thing that you want to do, there is no right kind of person. You are the right kind of person. The right kind of person is the person that wants to be there and is willing to put in the work.
Lately I've been tired, I ain't want your conversation. Lazy kinda burnout, need to fuel up at the station. Yeah, how you gon' pay for food? How you gon' pass the class? If this is all that you do, boy, you just sitting on your